Okay, call the meeting to order. First item is the adoption of the agenda. Be it resolved that the agenda for the February 15th, 2022 meeting be accepted as presented with the addition of bylaw numbers 13-2021, 14-2021, 15-2021, 24-2022, and 25-2022 under the order of bylaws and tenders for grader purchase, gravel hauling, gravel crushing, and weed spraying under the order of general business. Somebody please move that. Councilor McGregor, second by Councilor Soyak. All in favor? Okay, confirmation of minutes. Be it resolved that the minutes of the January 25th, 2022 regular meeting of council be hereby approved as circulated. Somebody please move that. Councilor Cargay, second Councilor Hatch. Any errors or omissions? What? All in favor? Carried. Under finance, be it resolved that the February 9th, 2022 general accounts payables being checks number 5521 to 5578 and 1 man to 3 man in the amount of $270,657.89 be hereby approved. Councillor Corey moves it. Seconder. Councillor McDonald. Discussion. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the direct deposit 203 being staff payroll for the period January 24th to February 4th, 2022 in the amount of $14,222.21 be hereby approved. Somebody please move that. Councilor McDonald, seconder. Councilor McGregor, discussion. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that direct deposit 204 being council indemnities for the month of January 2022 in the amount of $6,850.54 be hereby approved. Somebody please move that. Councillor Corey, seconder. Councillor Hargrave, discussion. All in favor? Utility account, be it resolved that the February 9th, 2022 utility accounts payable being checks number 817 to 830 in the amount of $71,681.44 be hereby approved. Can I please move that? Councilor McDonald, seconder. Councilor Hatch, discussion. All in favor? Carried. Statement of revenue and expenditures, be it resolved that the statement of revenue and expenditure report to January 31st, 2022 be received as presented. Please move that. Mr. McDonald, seconder. Councilor McGregor, discussion. All in favor? Bank reconciliations, be it resolved that the bank reconciliations for the month of January 2022 be approved as circulated. Somebody please move that. Councilor Soyak moved it. Seconder. Councilor McDonald, discussion. All in favor? Okay, no delegations. We have public hearing, but that's not until 8:15, so we'll move to communications.
We could. So under the order of communications, we have information from the Association of Manitoba Municipalities dated February the 9th. We have information on the Military Memorial Conservation Grant. Ducks Unlimited have sent information on their nature-based solutions. Federation of Canadian Municipalities have sent 2 communiques. One is dated January 24th. One is January the 31st. Manitoba Conservation and Climate have sent information on a groundwater exploration permit for the Trees Bank Colony. That's in addition to the 2 that they had sent last month. Manitoba Environment, Climate and Parks has sent some information on the 2021 Water System Compliance Report. Manitoba Good Roads Association provided their January newsletter. Manitoba Municipal Relations provided a bulletin on the retirement of Randy Wolf. Prairie Mountain Health has provided their February newsletter. There were issues or concerns about road conditions from Mr. Dale Seafoot, and Westman Business sent a thank you card for us choosing them to do their internet service here.
Okay, be it resolved that the above noted communications be received. Somebody please move that. Councilor Hargave, seconder. Councilor Corey, discussion.
Yeah, discussion. Darcy on the Manitoba Conservation Climate for the groundwater exploration. They're talking about pulling out of the river, but has there been any talk about how they're pumping it to their fields? Like,
No.
Like down our right of ways or anything, or no?
Not that I've heard or seen or had discussion with any of them on that, no.
They would have to ask us permission to go on our right of way first, wouldn't they?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. So that would apply to us. Councilman Don?
Mr. Chairman, just through Darcy, do I read that's just till the end of 22, this license for this?
I believe so.
Because they were taking water out of the river last year until I understood.
This might just be the official means of.
So they actually
yeah,
applied.
they're actually pulling it like from quite a ways away though.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Just curious.
Okay. All in favor? Carried. Okay, I'll go to committee reports still. Start with South Ward. Ward 3, Councillor Corey, a written report, anything to add?
No.
Councillor Suliak, a written report, anything to add to your report? Okay. Ward 2, North Zone, Councillor Hargreaves, a written report, anything to add?
No.
Councillor Hatch, you have your written report, anything to add?
Nothing said.
Municipal Zone, Ward 1, Councillor McDonald, written report, anything to add to that? Councillor McGregor, you have a written report, anything to add? I do not have a report there, but as I was away most of the month, I have nothing to report to. There's some calm in my area. CAO's report, anything to add to?
Nothing to add.
Finance officer, anything to add? Okay. Wawanesa Public Works, Drew's not here, anything that you can, anything else going on that we should be aware of?
A couple water breaks, yeah, that's about it.
43,000 gallons daily, is he still at that level?
Yeah. Yeah, the audit is about 2/3 complete now, so.
Okay.
Hoping to get some of that data soon here, as soon as I get time to go through it and maybe have a look and see if we can find issues in that data set, so.
Good. And the fire department report is here. Darcy, you have a report?
I don't have a written report, I've been kind of tied up with snow and everything else, but as of this morning, I did manage to secure a grader rental, so we're just sending off those rental agreement now with the insurance that they required, and hopefully the next year or so we'll be able to pick it up, so.
Good.
Then we'll have one grader on our own and contractor, so we'll back up to 2 graders. And then depending on the repair on the one on the transmission, we could see that back within 2 or 3 weeks possibly.
Good. Okay, Councillor Corey, you have the vet report?
Yeah.
Anything to add to it?
No.
Okay, be it resolved that the verbal and written reports be received. So please move that. Councillor Hargreaves, seconder. Councillor Hatch, all in favor? Carried. Okay, on the Personnel and Policy Committee, be it resolved that the report of the Personnel and Policy Committee meeting held February 10th, 2022 be received and recommendations considered under the order of general business. Somebody please move that. Councillor McDonald, seconder. Councillor Soyak, all in favor? Carried. We better go through the public hearing before we do that. What would you like to do there?
Well, what we could do is start with the second public hearing, which is for the Whippoorwill Senior Housing. Because I know that the applicant is in attendance, if he would like to step into the audience.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess first, if we could have a motion, be it resolved that the regular meeting be recessed to allow council to hold public hearings to receive representations from any person who wished to make them with respect to applications to rezone. If we could see a mover, Councillor Corey, seconder, Councillor McGregor. All in favor? Okay, so for the second public hearing, this is to rezone a portion of land on 204 Commercial Street. The rezoning would take it from industrial general zone to residential general zone. And the purpose of this application is to allow for the construction of senior housing. You will see in the information that was sent to us from Community and Regional Planning they did not have any representation that would cause them not to support the application. They provided us with the bylaw for first reading. The applicant is in attendance. If council has any questions that they would like answered, I'm sure he would be available. Okay, other than that, I would say, whereas all representation on the zoning amendment bylaw 22-2021 to rezone property at 204 Commercial Street, Wawanesa for the Whippoorwill Senior Housing, Inc. have been dealt with. Therefore, be it resolved that the public hearing be concluded. If I could have a mover on that, please. Councillor Hargreaves. Seconder, Councillor McDonald. All in favor? Okay, I will read the next one really slow.
Yeah.
The second public hearing is for a zoning amendment as well. This is to rezone a portion of land that is located in Northeast Quarter 1819. It is currently zoned rural residential zone. The application is to rezone it to the newly established zone being a rural large lot residential zone. The purpose of that is that this particular property has, I believe it's 40 acres. And on that property, he would like to be able to keep some animals for their own use. In an RR2 zone, that is prohibited, whereas in the RR10 zone, that would be permitted. And so that was the reasoning for wanting to rezone. There has been no comments or concerns received from anybody in the neighborhood. And there was nothing in the report from Community and Regional Planning that would prevent this from going forward. Okay, and there is nobody in attendance, so we will move forward with adjourning this hearing.
Therefore, be it resolved that the public hearing be concluded and council resume its normal order of business. Somebody please move that. Councillor Corey, seconder. Councillor Soyak. All in favor? Carried. Okay, I'm get caught up here. Bylaws, that's where we're at now.
That is where we're at.
Okay, bylaw number 13-2021 for ice plant renovations, Wawanesa residents, for second and third reading. Be it resolved that the bylaw number 13-2021, being a local improvement plan for ice plant renovations for Wawanesa residents, be read a second time. So please move that. McDonald, seconder. Councillor McGregor. Discussion. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the bylaw number 13-2021 be read a third and final time. Somebody please move that. Councillor Corey, seconder Councillor Hatch. This is a recorded vote. All in favor? Carried. Unanimous. Okay, bylaw number 14-2021, be it resolved that bylaw number 14-2021 being a local improvement plan for ice plant renovations for rural residents be read a second time. Somebody please move that. Councillor Hargreaves, seconder Councillor Soyak. Discussion. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that bylaw number 14-2021 be read a third and final time. Somebody please move that. Councillor Soyak, second Councillor McGregor. This is a recorded vote. All in favor? Unanimous. Bylaw number 15-2021, be it resolved that bylaw number 15-2021 being a borrowing bylaw for the construction of a public works shop be read a second time. Can you please move that? Councillor Hatch, seconder Councillor McDonald. Discussion. All in favor? Great. Be it resolved that bylaw number 15-2021 be read a third and final time. Somebody please move it. Councillor Hargreaves, second Councillor Corey. This is a recorded vote. All in favor? Unanimous. Okay, be it resolved that bylaw number 20-2021 being a bylaw to amend zoning bylaw number 04-2019 to rezone a property at 42090 road 42,090 road 108 West, located in Northeast Quarter 1819 WPM, from RR2 Rural Residential Zone to RR10 rural large lot residential will be read a second time. So please move that. Councilor McDonald, seconder. Councilor McGregor, discussion? All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that bylaw number 2020-2021 be read a third and final time. Somebody please move it. Councilor Soyak, seconder. Councilor Corey. This is a recorded vote. All in favor? Unanimous. Okay, so if you do that. Jody, you got that?
I have got that. So next on the agenda will be the bylaw for the Whippoorwill Senior Housing. Be it resolved that bylaw 22-2021, being the bylaw to amend zoning bylaw number 04-2019 to rezone property located at 204 Commercial Street and legally described as Lot 1, Block 13, Plan 2091 BLTO from MG Industrial Zone to RG Residential General Zone be read a second time. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Soyak, seconder. Councillor Corey. Any discussion? All in favor? And be it resolved that bylaw number 22-2021 be read a third and final time. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Hargraves, seconder. Councillor McGregor. This is a recorded vote. All in favor? Unanimous.
All right. So we'll go to the ward system bylaw. Be it resolved that bylaw number 23-2022, being a bylaw to establish a ward system, be read a second time. Please move that. Seconder, Councillor Hargraves. Discussion? All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that bylaw number 23-2022 be read a third and final time. Somebody please move that. Councillor Corey, seconder. Councillor McGregor. Okay. This is a recorded vote. All in favor? Unanimous. Okay, so be it resolved that the bylaw number 24-2022 to amend bylaw number 13-2021 be related to interest rates for ice plant renovation for Wawanesa residents be read a first time. May you please move that. Councillor Hatch, seconder. Councillor Hargraves. There is no discussion on a first reading. All in favor? Be it resolved that bylaw number 25-2022 to amend bylaw number 15-2021 related to interest rates for construction of a public workshop be read at first time. Can we please move that? Councillor McGregor, seconder. Councillor Hargraves. No discussion on first reading. All in favor? Carried. So I guess we should go, this is committees now.
You should be good to go to general business.
Okay, general business, right. Be it resolved that capital project request form be submitted to Manitoba Water Services Board as follows. Priority 1, 2023-24 upgrades to water treatment plant as a result of reassessment. Priority 2, 2025 pump replacement. Priority 3, 2026 to 2028 commercial street water main replacement. Priority 4, 2026 to 2028 replace water lines on 1st to 4th Street. And priority number 5, 2026 to 2028 reline water lines on Water Street. So please move that. Councillor McDonald, seconder. Councillor McGregor, discussion. You want to maybe just update that?
I would. So I'm sure council is aware that every year the Water Services Board asks us to lay out what our priorities would be over the next 5 years. It helps them determine their funding allotments. In taking a look at what our priorities had been last year, we have done these the same. There will be some difference, and we'll have the discussion as we talk about budget, because originally, I know we were thinking about doing the upgrades to the water treatment plant and the pump replacement. We were hoping for ISIP funding. We haven't heard anything on that. The projects actually still need to proceed, so we're going to have to find a funding source for it, which will be part of the pub bylaw for rate increases for utility. What it will mean is that if we're able to use the funding that we've got in existence right now with the Water Services Board, and if we're able to do 50-50 cost sharing, it would take us the first 3 years of the utility increase to accomplish the first two projects. And then we would use the utility increase after that to start doing water line replacing or relining. Probably still best that we take a look at getting a proposal done so we know which lines are in which kind of shape, so that if we had to try and juggle any of the priorities, you know, if we didn't have to do the full water plant upgrade because we knew that we had to do a water replacement, we might have that opportunity to do so. But this gets the information into the hands of the Water Services Board so they know what we're looking at.
Okay, any questions? All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that appointments to be made to boards and committees as outlined below, with terms of office to expire for council members on October 26, 2022, and for citizen members on December 31st, 2022, unless otherwise noted. And there's a list there. Somebody please move it. Councillor McGregor, second. Councillor Soek. Discussion?
If I could, Your Worship.
Sure.
We did have one person who had been serving on the Little Souris sub-district under the Central Assiniboine Watershed District, who was not interested in having his name stand any further. If council has any ideas of anybody that we might approach who could be interested, if you could let us know, we could make that call. Additionally, we could also speak to the other citizen rep to see whether or not maybe he's got any ideas of somebody else who might be interested to serve along with him. So for the time being, it would be sitting vacant.
All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the October 1st to December 31st, 2021 RCMP policing report as previously distributed be received. Somebody please move that. Councillor Hatch, seconder. Councillor McDonald, discussion. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the application file number MA220140 by Bell MTS to install new cable into existing pedestals in east half 8819 WPM as per the proposed plan dated February 4th, 2022 be approved. Somebody please move that. Councillor Corey, seconder. Councillor Hargraves, discussion. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the non-union salary increases be approved as previously circulated in accordance with the non-union pay administration policy. Somebody please move that. Councillor Hargraves, seconder. Councillor Soyak, discussion. Councillor McGregor, pardon?
Mr. Chairman, I can speak to this. So this is a recommendation coming forward from the Personnel Committee. Performance reviews were completed. We have the new salary structure that we approved last year. So these are based on that structure that was approved and the performance evaluations to go with it.
Okay. Further questions? All in favor? Be it resolved that the unaudited financial statement for the year ended December 31st, 2021 be approved as circulated. So please move that. Councillor McDonald, seconder. Councillor Hatch, discussion. All in favor? Carried. Okay, be it resolved that this regular meeting now adjourns to an in-camera meeting to discuss a financial matter as per subsection 152(3)(b)(3) of the Municipal Act, and all matters discussed in camera are confidential until discussed in an open meeting as per section 83(1)(d) of the Municipal Act. Can you please move that? Councillor Harvey, seconder. Councillor Corey, all in favor? Carried.
You good?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, be it resolved that this in-camera meeting does now resume back to regular meeting. We move that. Councilor Donald, seconder. Councilor Corey, all in favor? Carry. Okay, so I'll let you, you have your order there.
Okay. Quotation number 2201, the motion would read, be it resolved that the bid of Brandt Tractor Limited in the amount of $330,150.15 plus applicable taxes for the purchase of a John Deere Model 772 GP six-wheel drive motor grader be accepted.
So please move that. Councilor McGregor, seconder. Councilor Hargreaves, all in favor? Carry.
Next, we have tender number 22-02 for gravel hauling. Be it resolved that the bid Fred Gilbert for gravel hauling for the years 2022 to 2024 in the amount of $1 per yard loaded mile for hauling and 0.375 per yard for loading for approximately 10 to 15,000 yards plus a 5% fuel surcharge for fuel costs over $1.50 per liter be accepted.
Will you please move that? Councilor Hargreaves, second. Councilor Hatch, all in favor?
Next is tender number 2203, which is gravel crushing. Be it resolved that the bid of Blue Star Construction for gravel crushing for the years 2022 to 2024 in the amount of $4.75 per yard for an amount of approximately 12,000 yards annually be accepted.
Please move that. Councilor McDonald, seconder. McGregor, all in favor?
Tender number 22-04 for weed spraying. Be it resolved that the bid of Marksman Vegetation in the amount of $34.98 per ditch mile for weed spraying for the years 2022 to 2024, subject to a successful performance review following the first year, be accepted.
Please move that. Councilor Soyak, seconder. Councilor Hatch, all in favor? Carry. All right, thank you. So be it resolved that this meeting is now adjourned to meet again on Tuesday, March 15th, 2022 at 9 a.m. at the municipal office in Wawanesa. Please move that. Councilor Hargreaves, seconder. Councilor Corey, all in favor? Thank you very much.